multiverse of beer and music.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the multiverse. I am your host, Dr. Tangent, and we are here to enter chaos. But first, if you're new to the channel, give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe, because I've got new content coming out all the time, so you also want to hit that notification bell. But back to the chaos. Tonight, the beer we're looking at is Chaos Theory from those mad scientists out of Middletown, New York, Equilibrium Brewing. You may recall from my prior Equilibrium Brewing episode where I looked at their Lucid Dreamwave collaboration with Other Half Brewing and a great bangin' rap song by new Australian rapper Genesis Owusu. Link right here. Check it out. It's good stuff. That the guys at Equilibrium are MIT engineers that have applied their extensive experience in water treatment science to brewing beer, which I gotta say is a very noble high calling. Kudos to them. But tonight we're looking at an IPA called Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory, for those who don't know, I'm going to sound incredibly erudite reading from Wikipedia, is an interdisciplinary area of scientific study and a branch of mathematics focused on underlying patterns and deterministic laws of dynamical, I guess that's a real word, dynamical systems that are highly sensitive to initial conditions and were once thought to have completely random states of disorder and regularities. Chaos theory states that within the apparent randomness of chaotic complex systems, there are underlying patterns, interconnection, constant feedback loops, repetition, self-similarity, fractals, and self-organization. The butterfly effect, which you may or may not have heard of, not the movie, although the movie is kind of a representation of the theory of the butterfly effect, is an underlying principle of chaos that describes how a small change in one state of a deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state. Commonly put, the metaphor is that a butterfly flapping its wings in Detroit can cause a typhoon in Malaysia. That type of thing. But anyway, chaos theory. Label is actually a plot of the Lorentz attractor. Don't ask me what the Lorentz attractor is, but it has something to do with chaos theory. Chaos theory also has literally the longest description from a brewery about a beer that I've ever laid eyes on. It is a hazy IPA, coming in at 6.5%. And here is what Equilibrium has to say about it. The chaos theory is also seen in fractals, which are complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing loop. Fractals are literally pictures of chaos. Chaos theory uses our fractal fermentation profile, a grain bill of flaked oats and flaked wheat, which we'll talk about in a moment, and for the first time with this profile, a hop bill of Citra, Strata, and Galaxy. We will also talk about that in a moment. The outcome is an easy drinking beer packed with bold flavors, lined with a hoppy creaminess. A papaya and tropical nectar nose leads to luscious flavors of navel orange, passion fruit, pineapple chunks, grassy resin, and lemonhead candy. Hoppy bitterness is balanced by our hashtag EQ juice finish and a creamy mouthfeel. Taking a moment to catch my breath. So this should be really interesting, but let's talk a little bit about some of those ingredients and what we might expect from them. First off, flaked wheat, flaked oats are grains that are used in conjunction with the traditional malted barley to provide a greater perception of creaminess and a heavier mouthfeel, a bigger body to the beer. And they usually result in significant haze in a beer. Citra hops are known for their intense citrus flavors and aroma, as you can imagine from the title. Strata hops are formerly known as X331 experimental hop, was actually the first release from the Oregon State Hop Breeding Program. And they are known for quite a bit. Notes of strawberry, passion fruit, grapefruit, bubblegum, and dankness. Now, when you see dankness in a hop description, think pot, essentially. Actually, biologically, hops and pot plants are not terribly far apart. And then Galaxy hops are an Australian hop that is known for big aromas of peach, guava, and oranges. So we're expecting something hazy, uh, very aromatic with tons of fruit and a little bit of dank resins and maybe some grasses, probably with a decent amount of bitterness on the back end, but it's going to be tons of fruit, tons and tons of fruit expected in this. So we'll see how it lives up. But let's take a look. Yeah, pretty much as expected. Uh, Maybe it's slightly less hazy than I anticipated it being, but still definitely a hazy IPA. Substantial head, lots of big bubbles that are fairly quickly dissipating, but it is leaving some nice lacing. Bright white head on a hazy amber body with just a hint of like maybe a little bit of an orange highlight to it as the light filters through. Good looking beer. Very good looking beer. Give them that. Getting a fair amount of fruit on the nose, but there's also an equal amount of the piney, grassy notes that'll be coming from the strata hops. First off, it's good. Definitely firmly bitter for those people who really like a firm bitterness to their IPAs. This one's for you. If you've been disliking the way things seem to be going in the craft beer world with brewers trying to pull all the hop flavors and hop aromas out of the hops they're using without imbuing their elixirs with a lot of bitterness, then you will like this because this is a bit more of a throwback to the way things were 5 years ago. I'm disappointed I'm not getting the lemon head candy, though. I was really looking forward to that. But there is a lot of fruit. Citruses. Primarily, a little bit of tropical. Maybe the papaya, mango coming through in that respect in a tropical fruit sense. Very fruity, very fresh, almost refreshing, I would say, for a hazy. Definitely worth a try. But what are we going to pair? Where are we going to go with this? Now, with all that talk about fractal geometry and chaos theory, Tool really seemed like a good call, but I decided not to. There was someone I had come across in my YouTube wanderings that had flown under my radar, and I'm guessing she probably has flown under the radar of a lot of other people out there. Tonight we're looking at Orianthe. This woman is a guitarist par excellence. Really blown away with her skills. But she is also a musical chameleon. She is the embodiment of chaos theory when it comes to pinning someone down to a musical style, because she's done it all. A little bit about her. She's Australian. She started piano at age 3. At her father's urging, she picked up the acoustic guitar at age 6, and then the electric guitar at age 11. She was in bands since she was 14 years old, started writing her own songs at 15. She performed for Steve Vai at age 15, and she came to a Santana concert and jammed backstage before the show with Carlos Santana at age 18. And then Carlos Santana, during the concert, called her up on stage to play with the band. She's just amazing. The song we're looking at tonight is new. It's off her 2022 album Rock Candy, and it's called Light It Up, and it is very reminiscent of like 90s metal. But having said that, she is an amazing chameleon. You'll see in the video some of the progressions she's gone through, and we'll talk afterwards about some of the other videos I think you should see, just to see how much she cannot be pigeonholed. All right, folks, let's kick it.
Baby, I feel so alive. I'm so
So what do you think? Does she kick ass or what? I think she's awesome. But so that was Orianthi doing a 90s metal feel. Definitely felt that. But like I was saying before, she's just a merchant of chaos when it comes to musical styles. There'll be links below to all three of these, but check out a song called According to You. It's very much feels like a 2000s girl guitar pop song. Like I could completely see like Avril Lavigne doing that song. There's also Highly Strung featuring Steve Vai, which is completely an 80s melt your face rock guitar jazz fusion type of thing that would fit right into Steve Vai's early solo work, like Flexible or Flexible Leftovers. And then check out Heaven in This Hell. Love this song. It is filthy, edgy, southern fried blues rock. It is just, it almost defies definition. I get a solid southern rock, almost country vibe to it in its beat. You get solid blues influence coming through in its rhythm and in some of the structure, but it's all enrobed in this filthy, distorted edge that's just makes you grind your teeth in pleasure. But through all of that, the one thread that ties everything together is her amazing guitar virtuosity. She kills it on guitar. So definitely check those out. Furthermore, if you dig my vibe, if you like what I'm doing here, give me a like, subscribe, and when you subscribe, hit the notification bell. I put out new content every week, at least once a week, and you'll really be helping out the channel. I would sincerely appreciate that. But even beyond helping out the channel, what I really enjoy is interaction. So if you've got a comment, if you want to compliment me, if you want to fight with me, I love it all. Bring it. If you have questions about beer, about music, about the crap on the wall behind me, let me know. If you just want to say hi, say hi. I will say hi back because I am just that kind of guy. But until next time, keep drinking.